Let's meet team. In the middle, 7 feet, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. Starting in small forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 33, Paul George. At the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 32, Blake Griffin. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 35, Kevin Durant. Starting at point guard, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 13, Steve Nash. The head coach for your home team is Mike Malone. Let's hear it for team.
Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. For the Portland Trailblazers, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Pistons.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover, just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Davis, and it's Aminu in at the small forward position.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
The shot's good from Nash.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Lillard against Nash. Aminu dishes to Lillard. Offensive rebound. Here's Plumlee. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Now here's McCollum, defended by Durant. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 5 now.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started. And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked, really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Griffin, there it is. It's Nash picking up the assists.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Nash against Lillard. Nash up on top. In the corner, it's Griffin. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Lillard, the pass to Aminu. Lillard against Nash. Lillard attacking. That's good. Lillard's got his second basket.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
And George with the stuff.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Plumlee with the screen. Nobody near Lillard. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 7 points in the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Outside, George. He dishes it to Nash. Durant for 3. Aminu grabs the miss. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Here's Lillard. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Plumlee.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Nash kicks to Vucevic. Nash with the screen on Plumlee. A nice shot by George.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
It's tipped. Back to Griffin. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Chris Kaman has checked in for Portland. And, guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You rarely hear about off-court issues and interviews. He was engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players. Top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Davis sets a screen. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Pass to Anderson. Back to DeRozan. Ariza. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Here's T. Chris Kaman making his last shot. Teague dishes to Ariza. Here's Fareed. The 19-footer is on the money. Fareed's got his first points of the game.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Teague. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Aminu misses. Gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's DeRozan. Good on the leaner.
Great shot. I mean, so difficult to get your shot on line